Hello everyone, Paulo P13 here and welcome to today's video. Today's video I am breaking down a singular character and answering some new questions to the game and introducing a new team option. So let's just get straight into this. The character I'm mostly talking today about is X-23. A lot of people have been asking how good her value is outside of the X-Force team. Obviously, she is designed to work in the X-Force, and that team works pretty great. However, a lot of people don't have the resources to build up an entire team. And some people are asking, is she worth the money if you're not going to have the full X-Force team right now? And my answer is, honestly, yes. I don't routinely buy characters with my money. I don't spend my money on this game very often, and I'm not saying that you should right now drop what you're doing and spend money on a character in this game. I wouldn't say that. But I would say she is worth the resources, and she has a high value in the X-Force team and outside of the X-Force team. If any of these X-Force characters are going to be used outside of their team, it will be her, which is hugely important. So, what team am I going to suggest for her? There's a team I call Symbiote X, and that is the team I'm going to get into. First, let's just go over her kit just a little bit. So, of course, she's going to be an X-Force character, so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom right here, and we're going to click on X-23. So I do have her unlocked. She's not super built up, but she is unlocked, and I did use her in War on X-Force, but I did some testing and some theory crafting on another place that you can put her that's going to make another team in this game a lot better and have more uses and will be really good for her, and it's going to highlight her use and will actually kind of embellish a few other teams in this game. So what do we have? So the basic is not the important part, but basically the basic is going to just do some piercing damage and give her evades. Some extra survivability is always nice. Her special, I'm going to just sum it up. I'm not going to go over it in great detail, but it does some good piercing damage. And then in War, it's basically guaranteed to give an ability block. But either way, it's highly likely to give an ability block. And that's pretty important because it is a turn 1 ability. Then we have the ultimate here. The ultimate basically, Deadpool special, assassinating someone 5 times. And technically, there's a chance of getting it up to 9 times. It ignores stealth, it ignores taunt, does pretty good damage. So it's pretty good. What do I mean by a chance of getting it up to 9 times? 10 times? One of those. What happens is if you actually kill the last non-summoned ally, it's going to do it against all, repeat the full thing against summons. So if you have 10 people out there and somehow you kill all 5 of the non-summoned characters with the ult, then it's going to instantly go into all the non-summoned because it's going to repeat this full attack against the most injured non-summoned, or the most injured summoned allies. So you can technically kill 5 non-summoned characters, the 5 original characters, and 5 summons, all in one attack. That's pretty crazy. Is it likely to happen? Probably not. But the passive is the really important part. On turn, heal for 10% of character's health. When enemy drops below 50% health, fill speed bar by 20%. Or when you max it out, 40%. That's huge. When the character's health drops, get 2 evade, extra focus on War offense, even more focus, lots of focus. So why is this so important? This synergy right here, or this part of the kit, when an enemy drops below 50% health, fill speed bar by 20-40%. Depends on if you use the T4s or not. I will eventually, I'm just not doing it right now. That fits together with another team in this game that is a really good team and has a lot of uses. And that is the team I call Symbiote Spider-Verse. The main parts of this team are these 3 right here. Of course, right now you're going to be putting Miles and regular Spider-Man on this team as well. You've got someone amazing like Symbiote Spidey who does a whole lot of stuff. But he gets defense downs, he adds bleeds, he extends debuffs, he stuns, he does AoE slow. Really great stuff and a ton of damage. But just so you guys know, for raids in Dark Dimension, negative effects heal all Spider-Verse and Symbiotes. And he gains 100% drain, Symbiotes gain 100% drain. So this basically a lot of self-healing in raids in Dark Dimension. extra health and dodge chance, all good stuff. That's not the super important part. I mean, in raids it's pretty great, but here is what really matters. When an enemy drops below 25% health, he'll fill speed bar for 30% for self, and all symbiote allies. Heal for 10% of this character's max health. So, what this means is, if you bring someone below 25% health with your symbiote team, their Carnage, Venom, Symbiote Spider-Man are going to heal for 10% of their max health and get 30% turn meter, which is basic. It's 3/10 of a turn, pretty easy, but it really brings their speed up. And this stacks. So if you get 10 people below that, you get 3 full turns. Crazy, right? Now, that happens for 3 characters, so that's 3 turns for each of them, and anyone they attack from there is going to be, or get below there, it's going to add up and stack and stack and stack, so you can get multiple turns for multiple characters. Now, this team has been a very good counter for another team in the game, that is the Asgardians. How does this work? Well, one of the biggest difficulties killing Asgard is when they all end up in stealth because of Loki's passive putting anyone below 50% health into stealth, and the only character you can attack are summons such as Greg with the infinite respawn, who is healing up the lowest health Asgardian and rewinding turn meter for the enemies. However, you kill Greg with the symbiotes, you're healing more than the Asgardians are for three characters as opposed to just one character, and you're getting more turn meter than you're losing. So you're actually gaining turn meter by killing Greg and gaining a healing advantage. Also, Venom has a heal block, so if you get a heal block on the lowest health character on the other team, no one's going to be healing on their team. They're going to be stuck in that situation. No one's going to be falling below. So that person, like let's say you get a heal block on Thor. Thor's not getting healed. No one else is getting healed. That heal is just stuck. So Greg is losing his value, and you're gaining turn meter on them. Miles is great for this because he has a disrupt. So theoretically, you can disrupt a Sif, so Sif can't taunt, so you can focus down that Thor. One of the biggest issues, though, Sif resists it a lot because of her deflects and her blocks. Now, there is regular Spider-Man who doesn't do a whole lot on this team. I still find him one of the better options, but I've been starting to use Drax just because I needed my Spider-Man elsewhere. He doesn't provide a whole lot of value in this situation. For raids, he does sometimes, but he's still the worst person on this team. Now, X-23 fits this perfectly. Why? She is fast enough that she can use her special and ability block Sif right before she taunts. This gives you the chance to use Miles' Disrupt on Thor, meaning he can't get in stealth, and you can focus down that Thor. Sif is not going to taunt, and you're not going to be dealing with the counterattacks from Thor because you can attack him, which is already a huge bonus. But now he's disrupted, there's no one taunting, you can actually control the fight from here. Let alone the fact that if you have to get to the strategy where you're killing the summons and you're killing the Gregs, X-23 is getting even more turn meter than this, so you're getting a lot of extra turns. X-23's ult assassinates lowest health people while ignoring taunts and stealth. So if someone is in stealth, she's still going to be hitting them and killing them. So if you get someone stuck in stealth at low health, X-23's ult is going to be coming pretty soon because she's getting even more turn meters than the rest, and she is going to be able to assassinate that person, and you're not going to have to worry about them being in stealth anymore. Characters aren't going to get stuck. And of course, every time she takes a turn, she's getting 10% health, which is really important, which is really great. And there's just so much going on. X-23 is actually the perfect choice for like a 5th symbiote character that makes this team a perfect Asgardian counter. I wasn't actually able to get proper footage for this because I haven't done it. I did a balanced PvP, but I actually made a mistake when doing the draft, and I had a Cable instead of Miles because I forgot I wasn't doing X-Force. So I can show you that, but I'm going to actually try and speed it up so that it's not going to be taking so long. But if you're going to be building one character from it, add X-23 to the symbiotes and you have a really good team. Even if you can't get all the symbiotes, you have a good basis for a team. You can use that in raids, you can use that in pretty much any game mode, and it's going to be a deadly war counter for the Asgardians. And that is a great thing. So I'm going to actually just pause this real quick, and I'm going to go over to that footage. It's from a live stream, so I'm going to be over myself, and I'll mute it, and I'm just going to speed it up a little so we can see roughly how it works. Okay, so here it is. It's actually a bit of a highlight. So I'm going to be skipping ahead. As you can see, I'm super speeding through. But I'm going to skip through this draft. It's balanced PvP, so everything is even. And I don't have the right team properly, of course. But the premise of the team is not going to be changing. Just have to find where it's going to start. So it's not too bad of an issue. I'm going to be on the opposite side that we're used to for this PvP. So the Asgardians are going to be on the player side, and my team is going to be on the other side. Again, I messed up my team choice because I got distracted. It happens when streaming sometimes, and I apologize for that. But we're going to get into it here. It's going to start loading, so I do want to skip just a little ahead. All right, there we go. Yeah. So basically I was just answering a lot of chat questions at the time, but you can see with the Carnage ult into Thor, you're already doing a bit of damage. And this person was playing as if they were trying to beat me, not as an AI would be fighting, so they even had some added advantage on that. I use my Symbiote Spidey special to extend all the bleeds on Thor and kill the Greg in order to get the extra turn meter. I then go with my X-23 and ability block Sif. Again, this is only 20% speed bar, and this has a maximum of 40%, so that's even better. I get that heal block, or I attack Heimdall with the Venom ultimate to spread a heal block to Thor, and Thor is already dead. And again, he is actively trying to kill my symbiote Spidey and employing strategy that an Asgardian on defense would not be doing. I'm able to ability block Loki so he can't put everyone in stealth. And again, Cable's here. He's not really doing as much as Miles would be doing, and it is an easy cleanup, easy finish. So even in that situation, which was against a real player, I got 800,000 damage dealt, and they got 342,000. My 3 symbiotes all ended up in pretty great health. My actual symbiote Spidey was the lowest health, but he would have been plenty fine anyways in a real fight. And especially if it was on auto, like if it was an AI, it wouldn't be happening. X-23 is in a really good shape, and Cable, it doesn't really matter because he's not actually on the team. Miles, all he has to do is get the ult on the disrupt on Thor, and he's done more than his job already. So that is huge help even there. So this is a team that I believe you guys can use very effectively. Let me know if you guys want to see this type of thing with some other characters, like what they're properly used for, and other uses for them, and how they might work, and if a character is worth investing in even outside of their team. My answer for this character, X-23, is she worth it? Outside of her X-Force team, 100%. She's a great character, great kit. As many resources into her as possible will make her even better, but she can be a missing piece for another great team to make it elite. And I'm calling that team Symbiote X. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, or you can join my Discord. There's a link to that in the video description with some other links, and you can join my Discord and let me know your thoughts there. Any other teams or characters you want to see me break down like this, let me know. I'll be happy to do it. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'm here to help.